Introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180! Hey. So nice number one. Man, I got you. Man.
Garoppolo on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Check fit. White. 11.
Garoppolo. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, team 6. Switch. Hey,
now it's Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Tannehill to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down inbounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back.
Here we go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Single. Watch 12. Hey, here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, Echo.
Get ready, get ready.
Get ready.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Clayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Here we go,
so from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense.
1, Omaha.
Mike, 4. I got it.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tie it right.
Get it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
55. Check 55, Mike. Hey, come on now.
After the sack on first down, Tannehill airing this one out for Evans. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Wait.
Tight end right. 3 down. Key 26.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. As that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this one complete to Reed. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Garoppolo again. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the sneak is Garoppolo. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
218, chop.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped, and the Jets have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Get wide. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
Bell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check the out. Mike one. All you get is a head.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
21.
So nice number one. Check pass.
Bravo.
Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. You can't block me. Go.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Tannehill. He's got a man, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
12. So Mike number 1.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquille Barrett. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Tannehill now to throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hey.
Focus, defense, focus. Mike 55, Mike 55.
On first down, Tannehill. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Tannehill. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Mike 5-4. Pick me up. Here we go.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got some space here. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 180!
Alert flare.
12.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter. And he loses the football a second time. And the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need?
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Garoppolo on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. It's our time.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Tannehill now is hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He's got the hook up to Miller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Off play action, Tannehill. The catch made by Miller. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. D Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Thirteen.
0-0, Mike free. Come on.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Back!
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
11.
Mike 4, pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Zach Ertz. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. kick by Marr is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And this will not... returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you.
Ready?
Staying on the ground with Mack. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is Bell, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, lock it. You're not ready. Under 10. Under 10.
Here's Tannehill. Airing this one out for Evans. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Going up top for Kupp, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Watch one. Watch one. Down to lose one.
Garoppolo now. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
65.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this one complete to Reed. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 31. Check 31.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Watch one. Watch one. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Mike one.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
One, Omaha.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Clayton. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Bell, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch.
Lock.
Mike Ford.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Let's go. We got this. Watch twitch. Watch
21.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
80 weapon.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
You got 3 down.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, You can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mark 55. Mark 52.
One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.